Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back. Friday Fuel from unknown to unforgettable. We got some special treats here. Some of my good buddies here. Got to know these guys for a little bit now from a cold DM. So, guys, cold DMs work. But super grateful and privileged, appreciative of these guys and what they're doing, tearing up the industry in terms of the marketing side. And they're going to be able to share a little bit about how they're really helping agents today as well. But you guys are super impressive. I remember the first time we met, I wasn't sure how it was gonna go, and I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. And from the very first time we met, I was super impressed by you guys. Just your knowledge, your wisdom, and you guys are beasts. So welcome to the podcast, the live Tim and Julian.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having us. Honestly, bro, I kind of wish you would have told us about the intro. I wasn't expecting that. I felt like I was watching a parkour compilation or in a club at 7 a.m. in the morning. It was pretty crazy.
My heart started racing. I had to drink some water.
I love it. But yeah, so you guys are business partners with Advanced Agent Marketing. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And you guys just moved here to Arizona. Talk about that as well, of why you moved out here to Arizona.
You want to start us off?
Yeah. So basically we were working at an IMO. We were having a massive lead drought. We didn't have anything coming in, and we were pretty frustrated. And we brought this idea to our upline and upline and the owner of the company and everybody. Like, we pulled them all in. We were like, yo, look, we're tired of not having leads. This makes no sense. Why don't we just do lead generation for you guys? We'll figure it out on our own money, on our own dime. And all we want to do is make sure that us and our team are good. If it's good for the team, we'll do it for the company, and you guys can pay us. And they were like, boys, this is not a bad call, but we, just work the system, put your head down and grind. And then after that, Tim and I hopped on the phone. We were like, dude, what if we just started a marketing company and absolutely obliterated these guys and knocked them out of the park? They're lazy and their system is outdated. And that was kind of like that was like the seed of what Advanced Agent Marketing is kind of growing from. And it's going up from there too.
What about you, Tim? How'd you
The
tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into the insurance marketing side, because I think you have a very unique marketing side, like, story to get into insurance. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So basically, I started off. I mean, I could go back to high school. So I was always kind of like an entrepreneurial person. For a while, I wanted to go to college, and then I realized it just didn't really make sense. Wanted to be a lawyer, believe it or not. Could you imagine me as a lawyer, Johnny?
No.
I'd still be in 4 years, and then I'd have 4 years after that. Decided that was a terrible plan. So basically, I got into the business of making money, and that was my sole goal in high school. So basically, I started a lawn care business when I was a junior in high school. I did that over one summer. Funny enough, I used direct mail marketing to grow the lawn care business.
That's crazy.
And posting things on Nextdoor. I got up to doing about 50 to 75 yards a week. The problem was all of my employees were my high school buddies, and they were freaking studs, dude. Like, I had one guy who would work for me during the day, and then he would go work at a restaurant. That guy's still a hustler. He runs a business with his brother. But anyway, that guy went back to high school, and I told my parents, I was like, guys, I'm not going back to high school. I'm not going to college. I had 2 credits left, and I was like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grow this lawn care company because I'm not going to just mow yards after school. I had like 50 or 75 I had to keep up with. I couldn't do that in 4 hours at night. I think I tried it for 2 days, and I was like, nah, I'm leaving. So switched to online school. and then started doing the lawn care thing that way. And then what I realized is like, bro, all of my employees are at school all day. I'm mowing these yards myself. Like I was like banging my head against the wall, trying to keep up with everything. And believe me, I was not dropping a single yard. I wasn't dropping that, $50 a week. And so I had to hire other people, right? And so what I quickly realized, and this is no shade to anybody. I mean, I had some great relationships with, some of the people that I worked with, but like the quality of employee, at least in the U.S., obviously, that you can get for $13 an hour is not there with landscaping. And I was paying 10 at the time. This was in 2019, over 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And so started having to deal with the headaches of employees showing up late, employees, smoking on the job. And it's like this guy that I'm doing work for, he's texting me. He's like, hey, your guys are being shady, smoking behind my shed. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like an 18-year-old kid, 17-year-old kid trying to manage this. And there's like 30-year-old guys that I'm in charge of, right?
Yeah.
On other people's properties. And it's like, oh my God.
Well, it wasn't cigarettes, I don't think.
No, it was.
It was?
Yeah, it was. The guy was tripping, but anyway. So a combination of a lot of things made me realize that lawn care was not going to be what took me to the next level. My goal was to be the biggest lawn care company in my hometown. Decided not to do that. And then I got into e-commerce. Well, I had been dabbling in it before, but then I fully committed. And for anyone that doesn't know, e-commerce is literally just selling stuff online. I was doing drop shipping, which, like, nicely put, is selling cheap crap on China to people on Facebook and Instagram. So that was my thing. And I decided that I was going to really make that work. So I cut off all of the lawn care clients. I stopped responding to them on my phone. I don't know why I did this. I think I was just really stressed out with it. Stopped responding to them. Basically killed the business, right? I was not going to have any other option but to make this work.
Yeah.
And so every day during the day, I would just sit at my computer and build drop shipping stores and test ads and do things on Facebook. And I paid this guy like $4,000 on a course to teach me how to do everything. This dude he lives like in Miami, Florida. He's from the Ukraine. Guy's a freaking beast. Paid him like $4,000 to learn Facebook ads. And just was grinding, dude. And like I had a little bit of success with it and just like not enough. Honestly, I had a lot of doubts. I was broke, living at my parents, trying to make something work. And I'd just given up, the golden ticket, the reason that I had dropped out of high school, or not really dropped out, but left high school. And that was gone. And now I had nothing going for me. And so just had to keep grinding, keep, taking shots, and eventually one hit. Scaled a store up, ended up doing like $700K in revenue. My profit on that was about 200. Took all of that money, didn't like buy anything, invested it in Tesla stock during COVID. So that was, right as things were taking off.
Yeah, you probably doubled or tripled your money on that.
It literally did, dude. I got really lucky. I was blessed. But what you'll realize is success. There's a combination between luck and opportunity, but you don't find that luck unless you're putting yourself out there to find those opportunities.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I got lucky, but also I was spending every single day trying to make this work, 12 hours a day. Right. And so that's something that I realized. Julian, met him. He sold me a gym membership when I was doing lawn care. We hit a workout one time. We didn't really talk a ton, just like, every once in a while when I came to the gym. And then when I moved out, so I moved out at 18, bought my own house, moved in with my best friend from childhood. And so Julian would come over, we'd hang out and, just, do whatever. Him and my best friend were hanging out a lot. Julian and I were hanging out, and we just started talking, became, somewhat close. And then December of that year, December of 2020, he found insurance. So the guy came up to him, recruited him at a restaurant. He's like, hey, you'd be really good at this. Now, you'd been in Amway before, so you were used to the whole recruiting pitch. Some, sketchy pyramid scheme, which, I mean, I guess in a way, like, if you really look at it, but nah. So anyway, Julian told me about it. It piqued my interest because I was still trying to make the e-com thing work. That store kind of died off. I wasn't really making the same money. And then I was like, you know what? Screw it. We'll figure it out. Let's see what this is. Jumped into insurance, got licensed, and then started going on ride-alongs with Julian to like the most desolate counties in North Carolina. I'll tell you what. You talk about a trauma bond, sleeping in Econo Lodge with blood on your sheets, hitting doors with vomit on them, having guns pointed at your head. Our best friend had a gun pointed at his head. The first door he hit on his first day, and like feeling like you're making money but not making any. Like, dude, that'll get you close. And so we became the best of friends. I realized Julian was more than just a talker. He could back it up. And this guy, works his ass off. I've never met anybody else like him. And so decided I wanted to get into business with him. Come back to the story that he's talking about a few months later, lead shortage. This was one of the companies where they give you free leads for lower comp. And so lead shortage, what are we here for? We offered to generate them leads. They shot us down, made it seem like we were in trouble. And then after a while, we just got fed up with it, decided to leave. And then I'm going to kind of collapse like 6 months into 10 seconds. We decided to leave. They held our contracts. We had 6 months on our hands and decided to generate how to learn to generate leads. It wasn't all smooth sailing. There were some road bumps. We had to overcome some things, but once we figured it out, we got it down pat. And now it's just getting better and better from here on out.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you guys are like a legit like startup right now, and I love that. And I wanted to get you guys on because right now, I mean, you guys are sitting, if I'm not mistaken, either on lawn chairs or just on the ground. Is that right? Like
we're in camping chairs.
Camping chairs. So like camping chairs just moved. I mean,
Our office.
Like a legit startup. And I think like you see the pictures of Bezos, you see the pictures of Jobs, you see the pictures of all these different people, right? And it's cool because I feel like I'm like seeing that early. But it's really cool. And talk about like your mindset right now. Like what's that look like being in pretty much moving out here with not much?
We sold all of our stuff. Everything we brought was in the back of our cars. Y'all can watch
you guys moved out here and you guys, all you guys got is pretty much yourselves in the business and pretty much going up from there. Talk about like your mindset in that, because that's huge. Not many people are willing to do that.
I think there's 3 words, and maybe some of you who are basketball fans will recognize this. I know Tim's going to love this. The only 3 words I think that we really have to live by is job's not finished. And at the end of the day, that's all it is. I mean, we're working out here to make sure that agents are being successful, that we're being successful. And if you make enough people rich, you'll get rich too. That's all that matters. That's why recruiting is such a big tool in this industry, is because when you're training people and they're making money and you're making money, everybody goes up. It's the same thing with us, except for the only difference is we're not recruiting them. They come to us for advice. They come to us for help, and we offer that. And that's just because of what we've done in our own experience and the knowledge that we have with everything as well. But yeah, job's not finished, man. I mean, if you're an agent or if you're in this business and whichever part it's in, and you're not putting your best foot forward every day. I mean, every day you're starting at zero is the way I look at it. Today's the first day or the last day, like, right. It doesn't really matter. But like if for me, if I don't hit the pillow with my head at night, if I have to lay there awake and be like, I could have hit one more door, I could have called one more client, I could have done this, I could have done that. If I'm thinking I could have, and I didn't, I hate myself, dude. I hate myself so much. Oh, I should have gone to the gym. Shoulda and coulda do not live in my vocabulary, because if I should have done it, it would have gotten done, or it wasn't a priority. So I feel like if you focus on your priorities and you really just go after it and relentlessly go. I mean, you were hearing Tim talk about it. Dude was probably spent thousands on e-commerce before he made any money at all. And
tens of thousands.
Yeah. And then he just shot his investment up. Same thing. But a lot of this business is like time intensive with insurance. It's not as capital intensive. But you have to buy leads and stuff, but you don't have to like buy leads. You have to invest in leads. You're a business. Everyone in this room right now is a business. And at the end of the day, like if you're not willing to invest in your business, which is a direct reflection of yourself, then that business will never grow, and neither will you.
It's facts. Tim, I want to ask you, like, coming into doing insurance and doing the marketing side as well. Like, I mean, there's got to be a ton of similarities in that, right? With the e-commerce and then the insurance. What makes you feel like it's such a huge opportunity in terms of like pretty much selling your e-commerce store to like go into insurance? I mean, it makes the most millionaires out of any other industry, but talk about that a little bit of like what opportunity you see in that.
Yeah, well, I'm curious because I'll touch a little bit on my sales background, but I know the industry of insurance brings a lot of people from a lot of different like walks of life, we could say. Granted,
Yeah.
like 50% of insurance people come from the fitness industry. He used to sell gym memberships. So I'm curious, everyone that's on the live, if you could drop a comment down below what industry you were in before insurance. I'm really curious to see, just kind of the background of the group. But my sales background, I'll start on that. I never had like a real sales job before I did door knocking for solar. I was selling my own stuff. So I kind of started with marketing and I sucked. I freaking sucked. Commercial tire sales. Oh, dude. Coming from that, selling insurance.
Timeshare.
Oh, timeshare.
I've seen another timeshare
perfect.
agent just like 2 days ago.
Yeah, we saw
2 days ago.
Starbucks and service industry. Yes, sir, Johnny. Sports promotions. Is that like, I'm curious about that. It sounds really interesting. I'm guessing that's not just like selling
telemarketing.
Telemarketing timeshares? That's the same guy that said timeshare. You weren't selling timeshares over the phone, were you?
So I'm really curious about that actually.
If Chris was closing timeshares over the phone, he is a freak, and I have respect for that guy.
I feel soft.
Well, that dude, yeah, he's a monster. He just got into the insurance industry, and he's starting up this week with us. So
bro. That's
he
awesome.
did both.
Facebook group did both. Okay, I was about to say both is fine, but at the same time, dude,
monster.
Sounds like Navy SEALs training. So basically, I was selling my own products, lawn care, but like everyone was basically already closed. My marketing was so solid. But when I was doing marketing for e-commerce, it was so bad. Like if I was selling something, I would just put a picture of it. And so there was one time where I was selling it was a free headlamp because I had this guy in my high school that made like $60K selling free ski goggles, and they would charge him for shipping. And I was like, bro, I'm going to do that. So
free
ski goggles was one thing, but nobody cares about a headlamp. So I find this picture of a headlamp on AliExpress. I don't know how to do Photoshop, and I Photoshopped it onto somebody's head. And every single comment on Facebook was like, why is the headlamp Photoshopped onto their head? I wish I was kidding, but I'm not.
Oh
and
God.
I think I made like $12. So I mean, bro, you got to suck before you can succeed. And there were people my age that were making it work. I just wasn't. But I was willing, I was willing to keep going. So your question was like, how does the sales side tie into the marketing, and how do I view the insurance industry, and like why is it such a big opportunity? I mean, I know a lot of people. What's up, Joe? Do you live in Arizona?
No, he lives in he's in Austin or Houston. No, Austin. He's in Austin. Him and Tony are in Austin, but yeah, Joe, you really do need to come out here, bro. For real.
Dude,
yeah, he's in Austin.
Awesome. Cool. But yeah, I mean, I would say like there's a lot of things you can market, and there's a lot of things you can sell. I started with solar. I did door-to-door solar. We would knock people up, sign them up for an appointment. I didn't care if they showed up. Well, I did. I got paid per pitch, so they had to show up. But like, it was we made it seem like we were from the utility company, and so like, there's money in a lot of industries, but there's no industry where there's this much money. Like,
no,
it's crazy because if you think about it, what is insurance actually? It's nothing. Like, we're not selling anything. You're selling money. So we're in the business of selling money.
Of money.
The promise of money. It's a promise that if something happens to you, like you're going to get money. If you really think about it at the base level, yes, obviously there's a need for insurance, but like if you had never heard of insurance and somebody tried to pitch it to you, you'd be like, bro, that's a scam. What are you talking about? So the fact that there's so much money in this industry, there's people, and like no shade to anybody, but like there's some untalented people that make a shitload of money in this industry just because they work hard. And like when you hear them tell like their success and they try to give you pointers, it's just like I try to let it go in one ear and right out the other, because the only reason that you're rich is because you're in this industry, not because you're talented. So there's a lot of things you can sell. You can sell free headlamps. You can sell solar door to door. You can sell commercial tires. You can sell, coffees at Starbucks. But if I'm going to sell and market something, I want to sell and market the best, like the most profitable thing. And so far, I've seen that be insurance. Not to mention, like, I think it's part of the fact that there's so much money in insurance, and it's so easy to make money that most marketers here suck. Like the direct mail leads that people have been using have been the same exact thing since the 80s, bro. They haven't changed the copy. How are you going to run the same ad for 40 years and then wonder why your rates are dropping? But they're still making money on it. That's what's crazy. So like
people complain about leads and stuff, and it's like it's not really this. A lot of times it's not the salespeople's fault. I mean, there's sometimes it can be, but you look at the marketing side of things, and it's like these guys literally are so bad because they are so unwilling to invest in themselves that they'll just say, "Click here to get a free gift," and then they'll sell those as life insurance leads to agents.
But if we can put the same level of like testing and marketing science and like relentlessness that people put into selling cheap crap from China on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook into the most profitable industry in the world, bro, we can make a lot of people a lot of money, and like lead costs are going to be super low and the quality of them is going to be extremely high. So that's the way I view it. It's like a golden opportunity because no one knows how to market and nobody cares to learn, but we will, and we do. And so I'm just going to take the exact same thing that I did and other people do with e-commerce and take it over to a better product and make a lot of people a lot of money. That's the goal.
Yeah, totally. What do you guys listen to or read or things that you use for personal growth that people that are listening to this or watching, what they can use or implement to like really grow themselves?
You want to tell them about Ravi?
Yeah. So there's actually a couple people that we listen to, especially, I don't know. I mean, I know Tim is like we listen to YouTube a lot. I would say both of us could probably read a little bit more, just full transparency. I'm sure some of you on this call are reading more than we do.
Definitely.
Not that we don't enjoy it, but it's just sometimes
we're ADD.
Yeah. Sometimes we just don't do it. Sitting down can be difficult at times, but I would say Alex Hormozi is a great guy. Like I've built an entire training platform based off of plug and play videos for each individual thing that my sales guy that works under us needs to learn, just from Alex Hormozi videos. That's in addition to the training that I give him. It's in addition, there's other things, and so on and so forth. But I would say there's another guy besides Alex Hormozi. If you're not watching him already and you don't know who that is, go ahead and do that. He's insane. Another guy his name is Ravi Avubala is how he says it. I think it's supposed to be Ravi, but he's out of Miami, I think, and he is a freak. But it's not that he's a freak because he's like so much smarter than anyone or so much better than anyone, or it's not like he's not like just unusual. It's not like an Elon Musk where this dude just invented cars and went crazy or invented the iPhone or whatever. This guy is literally just a master of systems. That's it. He's just a master of systems, and all he does.
28?
I think he's 28. All he does is just find a way to make it easier. That's it, without spending money. And so, like, we've learned a lot from him in the aspect of like automations and
freeing up your time,
how to get around with email, stuff like that. And I would say, those two guys have been crazy helpful. We've also got a ton of friends that are on YouTube. I'll give them some shout outs just because they've helped us a lot too. One of them is Noah Brewer. Another one is Tanner Plains. And another one is Hayden Bowles. If you need me to repeat those so you can type those out, let me know. But those boys have been really good to us and very helpful. And we watch their stuff on YouTube and keep up with them as well.
Yeah, they're young guys that are killing it, and they're all like they're in the e-commerce side of everything. So I've grew up watching them in high school and as I was learning everything. But it's crazy coming from just watching people on YouTube to having like personal relationships with people. I mean, same deal with Johnny, bro. I mean, we were filming a face-to-face door knocking video in the Tesla. It's on our YouTube. Go check it out if you haven't already seen it. Advanced Agent Marketing on YouTube. But
subscribe.
We were playing Ultimate Agent as we were hitting the doors, and like Johnny was a celebrity to us, and now the fact that we're getting to be interviewed by him, he comes over to our house, we get to go and eat canes together and hit Top Golf. It's like, dude, it's surreal. I feel like I'm hanging out with a celebrity, so it's cool.
Appreciate you guys. I feel like I'm definitely the taker in the relationship because you guys give it a ton. So
that one more time, bro. I'm gonna leave.
Use Mike.
I'm gonna leave.
Chris asked, "Who is the second guy?" You said Ravioli. That's what I put in. That's what I looked up, and this is what came up.
Are you gonna screen share, or is it Ravioli came up?
Hold on, I actually need to show this because it was. So this is what came up. Can you see it?
No, I can see the Facebook Live.
I just see the Facebook.
All right,
Live.
I'm just gonna not do that. So it just popped up ravioli packets.
I'm screaming. It's Ravi Abuvala. So that's ABUVALA. Abuvala. Ravi Abuvala.
ABUVALA.
Yeah. Anybody who's looking for leverage in their business, it doesn't have to you don't have to necessarily apply it to your business the way that he applies it to his. Our business is different than your business.
Yeah, and I would say with that, just I don't know how he doesn't really talk about insurance at all. A couple things that it could help you with is just realizing that it's possible. If a 28-year-old guy can be making tens of millions of dollars a year just by having a different mindset about things and working hard, why can't we make 6 figures in this business, right? If you're not already doing it. But also the idea of using automations and scaling out your business and using leverage, that translates over to insurance as well, because there's a lot of menial tasks that people will still do, like messaging their leads. And if you can automate that and have a system do it, you're buying a lot of time back. So that would be the main takeaway I would get from Ravi Abuvala if I was an insurance agent.
Yep. And Joe gave you guys, this is a link in the chat for their Tim and Julian's YouTube channel.
Yeah. Let's
but
talk
as we wrap
a Facebook group so we can get a desk, bro.
Yep. So talk if people liked I guess what they heard, what you guys are doing, want to follow you guys on the journey, where can they find you on the journey as you guys go up, finally get some desks desks of not just sitting down, as well as where can people work with you if that might be a fit?
You want to talk about the 300K AP challenge?
Yeah, so we have a challenge right now that we're doing, and we said that if insurance agents in our group message comment in the group message how much AP they're writing, we'll total it up. And when 300K from all of these agents has been written up in our group message, posted, and we're notified of it,
it has to be from either self-gen leads or from the leads that they get from us.
Yep. If they get self-gen leads or leads from us, then we're gonna buy some office furniture. I know we're probably still gonna be hesitant to do it, but if we can get something to sit on, and dude, we're talking about living. I'm gonna be living at the chiropractor by 30 if I don't get out of this. I was over here twisting and turning. I don't know if you guys could tell, but this camping chair is just wow. But
yeah, whichever one of my vertebrae is closest to my tailbone is, dude.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, you guys can find us on Facebook. We have a Facebook group that we have available to insurance agents called Insurance Agent Freedom. We don't allow any recruiting. We don't allow any bots. So you're not going to get pitched on why you need to buy XYZ leads or why you need to buy their new vacuum cleaner or whatever it is that a lot of the other ones do. We closely monitor it and make sure that none of that goes on. We want to
get
make
in
sure
the
it's high
ground
quality.
floor too. There's under 400 people right now.
Yeah, there's only 400 people. I think it's been around for like a month now, maybe.
Yeah, a month or two.
Yeah, it's been around for like a little over a month, I think, maybe. But yeah, we've got about 400 agents. We're getting somewhere in the ballpark of about 20 agents joining a day, give or take on the day. And people are getting really excited. We do lead giveaways. We have live trainings every week, and then we're going to start putting some more stuff in there to make sure that we can help out everybody.
Agent of the week.
Agent of the week.
It's gonna be Johnny for months and months until people start posting.
Thanks, Joe, for putting us out there, man. And then we also have the YouTube, which is just Advanced Agent Marketing. You can find out how you can do Facebook stuff. We give a lot of stuff to you guys for free, just kind of how to set up your own ads, things like that. That way you can kind of start on the journey of getting everything into your control, so you're not having to be a slave to a lead vendor or some shady IMO. And I'd say those would be the two best places to find us. I mean, we also have a TikTok and Instagram, but we don't
use TikTok.
Yeah, we don't really use TikTok like
I'm not
that.
trying to have my data stored.
You guys for free. So yeah, anybody
Sweet.
want to find us there?
Yep. Joe just joined the group. This dude is a master at Facebook groups. So
yeah,
you guys need to talk to this dude because master. So yeah, guys, I appreciate your time coming on here. And coming on and being able to pour into everybody today. But if you're watching this, guys, just implement stuff. Like just go in and just take massive action, constantly correct, talk to your mentor daily about what you need to improve on, and just go crush it today. I mean, this is literally, it's Friday. We got 3 days till the end of the month. What are you going to do? I mean, time's ticking. You can go into this new year, the new week, new month on fire. But if you don't take action today, it's just going to be nothing. So I appreciate you guys staying tuned till the end of this. Every single Friday coming at you. We got bigger and better things. Joe knows what I'm talking about. The syndicate is going up, baby. So tune in next week. You don't want to miss out. We have a very, very, very special guest. So make sure to tune in next week, 9 a.m. Central Time. See you guys then.